Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. With the outbreak of the war between the states, the federal government began recalling its troops from Arizona, and the Apaches soon ruled that territory uncontested. Now, ranchers, miners, and prospectors were either killed or had to get out. That is all except one rancher named Pete Kitchen. Our story is about this rancher's heroic stand against the Apache horde, his last stand, which took place, strangely enough, on Pete Kitchen's wedding night. Pete had arrived in Arizona from his native Kentucky back in '54, homesteaded 1,000 acres of rich bottom land, and set in raising crops and his pride and joy, pigs. Within a few years, his pigs had grown famous. Stores in Tucson, 58 miles to the north, advertised Pete Kitchen hams, and his tasty bacon was equally famous. The Apaches had raided him time and time again, but there on his ranch, he'd stayed unconquered and unconquerable, up till this, the day of his wedding.
You should have been here by now, Deacon.
Well, patience, Pete, my boy. It's a long, hot ride from Tubac.
Saw a raiding party earlier this morning, heading toward Tubac.
The good Lord will take care of his own, especially such a beautiful little young angel as she is.
Just her and her brothers. What chance would they have against the Apache?
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen! Cloud of dust to the north. Can't tell yet whether they're wearing hats or not. I said there's at least 50 of them.
Spread the alarm.
North wall, boys! Let's give them a welcome! They're behind the rise over there. I can't see nothing but the dust. But they're still coming.
Same as always, boys. Shoot any son of a bronco that ain't wearing a hat.
They're coming into the open now. Hold it! They ain't Apaches, I'm soldiers. A whole company of them. Supply wagon. Civilians, too. Main bunch is going right on by. But there's somebody cutting out this way. It looks like just one of them. No, it's two.
It's Donna Rosa!
Hallelujah!
The boss sure cuts a fancy picture in his wedding outfit, don't he?
Yeah. People dress the same way for a burying.
Welcome.
You poor dear, you must be plumb wore out. Come, we'll all help you get ready. Come on. Did you bring something old and something new? Some of you men folks, bring in our things.
Captain, you sure gave us quite a start. We weren't expecting a cavalry escort, but I do thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure, Mr. Kitchen. We were scheduled to pass by here today, so we thought it best that the young lady come with us. Before I get back to my company, I'd like to have a word with you, if I may.
Oh, certainly. Come on in the house. Sit down, Captain.
I'll get right to the point, Mr. Kitchen. My men out there on the trail represent the last of the federal forces leaving Arizona. Now, there are some civilians accompanying us. Miners, prospectors, ranchers like yourself.
Captain, for 2 years, the Apaches have come at me with everything they got. They ruined my crops, turned my prize pigs into perambulating pincushions with their cussed arrows, tried to set fire to this house. There's a graveyard out there that's full, and all of them ain't Apaches. But, Captain, I ain't no closer to running today than I was 2 years ago.
Yes,
Now, sure, I pay my men double wages, but most of them would stay on anyhow. As for the deacon, well, he don't want to go outside, not since the Apaches caught him circuit riding and chased him through my gate some 6 months back.
Mr. Kitchen, I hadn't expected you or your men to accompany our withdrawal. I was mainly thinking of your fiancée. I understand she has relatives well east of here?
Yeah.
Well, I think you should at least compel her to join us.
Rosa. Rosa! Rosa! Rosa, the captain here has a question.
About joining your withdrawal, Captain.
Yes, ma'am?
You already know my answer, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, I'm afraid I do.
Now, Rosa.
Captain, I do wish you could stay for the ceremony.
That would be a real pleasure, ma'am. But I must rejoin my troops. Mr. Kitchen, you are indeed fortunate. Aside from being a lovely lady, your fiancé possesses in no small amount that same indomitable courage and all due respects to you, ma'am, cussed stubbornness with which you, sir, are so abundantly endowed. I wish you both a happy marriage.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining of this man and this woman in the bonds of holy matrimony. Now the good Lord hath said, it is not good for man to live alone. Therefore, he said, I shall create him a helpmate. And for this cause, man has left his father and his mother and has cleaved with his wife.
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen!
Doggone it. You're doing a good job, Deacon. Excuse me. Apaches?
Not yet, but you better come with us right now.
There's nobody yonder.
It's a cavalry outfit.
You can't see him from the tower.
They've been going at it hot and heavy. Tapering off some now.
All right, boys, let's go give them some help.
Hold on. Listen.
Shooting stop.
Yeah. Probably just a stray pack. Those soldier boys made short work of him.
Maybe. Deacon, you take care of her. I'll be back as quick as I can.
All right, Pete.
Maybe the soldier boys took care of him, and maybe they just scared him off. But if the cavalry didn't finish him, they'll be back to take a crack at us. Slim, you and Shorty right out there and have a look. We better get extra sentinels posted, check our weapons, and let's get the pigs under cover. Plenty more ammunition in the house. You better get some. Well, I guess we've done everything we can. You two will both be up in the tower. The moon will soon be bright enough to see real good.
Pardon me.
Excuse me.
Any word yet?
Nope. She had the ladies brew up a nice hot cup of coffee for the boys. Yes, sir. At a time like this, there ain't nothing better for a man than a good hot cup of coffee. Along with some good hot praying, of course.
Well, I can't spare Jake and his fiddle. He's guarding the north wall. But Apaches or no Apaches, we're getting married this night.
Deacon?
You ready? Well, then, if you two will just step right over here, we'll get along with it. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to witness the joining of this man and this woman in holy wedlock. If anyone therefore can show just cause why they may not be lawfully joined together, let him now speak, or else forever hold his peace. Pete Kitchen, wilt thou have this woman...
Mr. Kitchen! Mr. Kitchen!
Oh, doggone it.
I hate to bust in on you like this, Mr. Kitchen, but we brought back somebody that we think you ought to talk to right now.
He's the only one left.
And that ain't all. You tell Mr. Kitchen what you told us.
What is it, son?
They killed them all. Every man, woman, baby. Then they set fire to our wagons. All except one.
It was a powder wagon, Mr. Kitchen. The Apaches took the powder wagon with them. Ain't much question what them red heathens gonna do with all that powder.
That'll give them Apaches their best chance yet of blowing you to kingdom come, Mr. Kitchen.
They're camped a couple of miles from here. They likely ain't gonna wait much past sunup.
Saddle me a horse.
No, Pete.
Give us time to saddle a couple of fresh ones, too.
No, I don't expect you boys to ride with me. And enough money in the world to pay for that kind of work.
All the money in the world ain't gonna do nobody no good. Not if them Apaches have that powder wagon tomorrow morning.
I'm riding with you too, Mr. Kitchen.
All right, boy. On your way.
Pete. Pete, there must be some other way. Oh, you mustn't go out there.
Rosa, there's no other way. You heard what the men said. I've got to get that powder wagon. Don't you worry none. I'll be back quick as a hog's grunt.
Pete! Quicker than a hog's grunt.
We better go the rest of the way by foot.
It's old Red Sleeves himself. Come for the kill.
Pete! Kitchen! Goodbye!
He speaks English.
Better than you or me. He spent a lot of time with white people. Mostly bad ones.
He hates all white people now like crazy.
There's our passport to doomsday.
At least 3 guards.
Like flies around a hog trough.
We ain't gonna be able to get close enough there to do nothing.
Not unless they get awful careless. Or maybe liquored up.
What good's that gonna do? Ain't gonna make no difference if they get liquored up. We still ain't gonna get close enough to that rig to do nothing about it. I do not.
Well, what are we gonna do, Mr. Kitchen?
I'm gonna just sit tight for a spell and wait.
My legs hurt so much I can't hardly move.
If we stay like this much longer, we ain't gonna be able to get ourselves out of here. Forget about that wagon.
No use arguing about that.
Come on.
Sure hope it works.
I know Apache, son. It'll work.
It's got to. Be daylight soon.
We still have some time. My prize 4 sucklings. All right, you boys know what to do?
Yes, sir. We all set.
All right. Get going. Boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get on with it. Put that around your hand, son. Here we go. Slow and easy. Well, we sure took care of the powder wagon.
Well, hallelujah.
Yes, but they're going to be hot on our trail in a few minutes, so let's get on with the marriage ceremony.
What, right here, right now?
Oh, Deacon, please.
Well, I haven't got my good book with me, but, well, no matter.
Well, we haven't much time.
Dearly beloved.
From where we left off, please.
Oh, Pete Kitchen. Will you take this woman here for your lawful wedded wife? Will you promise to love, obey, cherish, and comfort her for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Donna Rosa, will you accept this man as your lawful wedded husband? Will you promise to love him?
There they come!
And all of the other questions that I just asked him just a few minutes ago, as long as you both shall live.
I will.
Join your right hands together, please. Inasmuch as you've decided and determined to become wedded in holy wedlock, then I now pronounce you man and wife.
Hey, that's a flag of truce! Hey, they're carrying a white flag of truce!
I don't trust
It is, it's a white flag. He's carrying a white flag, the one in front.
You keep them covered with your rifles, boys. I'll go try to find him something to answer with. You, stay with the deacon.
Oh, I am.
Pete Kitchen! You come out! Alone! Pete Kitchen!
Keep those rifles on him.
Wait! No guns! We have come to make terms.
What kind of terms?
From now on, we will not come more than half-mile from your ranch. You, Pete Kitchen, will stay away from Apache stronghold. Forever. Agreed?
Agreed.
From that day on, the Apaches ignored Pete Kitchen. At times, raiding parties would pass within sight of his house, but never closer than half a mile. Pete had more than proven himself as an enemy worthy of their steel, and his victory, one unparalleled in the entire history of Apache warfare, was final.
Hallelujah. You done it, Lord. Thank you.
This is a .50 caliber Sharps carbine, for which I have the greatest respect. So did the Apaches. This is the actual gun that Pete Kitchen carried in the Apache warfare, taken from his saddle by his brother-in-law, Manuel Ronquillo. It was loaned to us by Colonel Gil Proctor, the present owner of the Pete Kitchen Ranch, the old ranch house that now houses the Pete Kitchen Museum. Oh, yes. The original stronghold is still standing, just off the U.S. Highway 89 between Tucson and Nogales, a landmark to the memory of a doughty pioneer who refused to be driven out. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. This is one of those fabulous stories that could only have happened in pioneer days with the opening up of new country. It is the year 1865. Washington Territory is still largely a wilderness. Its settlements along Puget Sound populated by young men who have answered the call to the Northwest. What is needed now is women. Women with good background and education to become wives to these men, to help establish homes and families, bring a civilizing influence into the territory. Where to find them? The answer was provided by Mercer Girl. So called because it was Mr. Asa Mercer who had the idea of coming east and recruiting a shipload of brides from New England, New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore.
The meeting begins at 8. We'd better get there early if we want good seats.
We? Annie Stevens, wild horses wouldn't drag me there.
Why not?
Well, you think I'd put myself up in a matrimonial block?
You know you'd like to get married, Lizzie.
But not to a lot of strangers.
Let's face it. There aren't too many men left to choose from here. Since the war.
Do you have to remind me that I've lost every one of my fiancés?
Out there, it's just the opposite. The ratio of men to women is 9 to 1.
9 to 1? We'd be surrounded. It fairly makes me shiver.
You could have my 9 too, Lizzie. I'm dying to go out to the Northwest. But not for a husband. I want to teach.
You and your career.
What an opportunity to carry learning to a new frontier.
I don't think that this Mr. What's-his-name, Mercer, would take you. He's only interested in brides.
Why, he's an educator himself, Lizzie.
He is?
Head of the Territorial University out there.
I still think he's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Some of the most influential men in the country are behind him. The governor of Massachusetts, the Honorable Peter Cooper, the Reverend Edward Everett Hale. He turned over his pulpit in Boston one Sunday to Mr. Mercer.
You mean they're taking old maids from New England?
They've lost their men, too, in the war.
Annie, I will accompany you to the meeting this evening.
Good.
I wish I could convey to you, ladies, something of the beauty and grandeur of that Northwest country, of the blueness of its waters and skies, the magnificence of its forests and mountains.
I thought he'd have gray hair and a goatee. He's young. Hush.
As head of the Territory's Institution of Higher Learning, I've had occasion to visit the various camps and settlements. I know the loneliness of those men, how they long for the care, comfort, and companionship that only a good woman can give them. The women that I am appealing to are women of culture, versed in the art of housekeeping and homemaking, who will ensure the future of the territory. I have already signed up more than 300. If there are any among you who are interested, I shall be glad to talk to you after the meeting. Thank you.
Perhaps I wouldn't qualify, sir. You see, I want to go out to teach, not to marry.
My dear Miss,
Stevens, spelled with a P-H.
there is no compulsion to marry. One young lady from Fall River, I believe, wishes to go out as a seamstress. We need women who can sew and teach.
Then I'm ready to sign up.
Good. Here's a form.
My goodness. You gotta give character references.
Naturally.
When do you plan to sail, Mr. Mercer?
I'm on my way to Washington now to check the final arrangements with General Grant. I'll notify you as soon as I know the date of departure.
I put the matter before President Johnson and the cabinet. Got their approval.
I'm most grateful to you, General Grant.
Not at all. I know what it's like. I was stationed on a post in Vancouver once for months. The longest, loneliest months I ever spent.
The government then will consign this ship.
Here's the order, all made out. One sailing ship, fully manned and provisioned, with a capacity to carry 500 passengers. Take this around to the Quartermaster General's office, and he'll put it through for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, General Grant.
Impossible.
Impossible? But it's been signed by General Ulysses Grant, sir.
I don't care who signed it. I won't honor it.
But, sir...
The government can't consign you a ship under any circumstances, Mr. Mercer. Next.
But what am I to do with all these women? These 500 brides of mine?
500 brides? Who do you think you are, King Solomon?
How am I going to face all those bachelors back in Washington Territory who financed my trip east?
You really have 500 young females on your hands?
Yes.
I always heard they did things out west in a big way, but... Look, I still can't consign a ship and a crew to you, Mr. Mercer. There's no law to justify it. But I tell you what I will do. I'll condemn one of the government ships and let you buy her.
Buy it?
The sailing ship Continental. You can have her for $80,000.
Where will I find $80,000?
Where did you find 500 women?
He appears to have run into a little difficulty in Washington.
Maybe he couldn't furnish character references.
Lizzie, how can you say such a thing? After meeting the man, talking with him, he says this is only a temporary postponement. He's gone to New York to make some new contacts.
I wonder how his wife feels about the whole thing.
His wife?
Well, he's married, isn't he?
I'm sure I don't know.
He must be anyone that handsome. And I bet she thinks just what I think.
And so I've come to you, Mr. Holliday, because, well, frankly, I need an angel.
With 500 on your hands already? What you mean is you need some money.
$80,000.
And what makes you think that I'd be likely to come up with it?
Because you've done more than any one man to open up the West, Mr. Holliday. You own half the stage routes out there, and now you're planning on building ship lines, aren't you?
For a college professor, you're not so dumb. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you the $80,000 for, what's the name of the ship?
Continental.
Outfit it and transport your young women from New York to the West Coast, with the understanding that the ship then becomes my property. Agreed?
Agreed, sir. I'm most grateful to you for coming to my assistance. Thank you, sir.
What did I tell you? It's all settled. We report in New York not later than November 15th.
We?
Oh, I mean me. I sail on the ship Continental, procured from the United States government, seaworthy and completely sound. Man with sailors.
I never thought of that.
I'm going to start packing my book.
Annie, I'm going with you.
Lizzie!
Well, I couldn't bear to think of you taking that long, dangerous journey alone.
Oh, Lizzie, I'm so happy.
Good afternoon. I'm Todd of the Times.
A newspaper reporter.
You're, both Mercer girls?
We are members of Mr. Mercer's party. That's what you mean.
And you still plan to go? In spite of the article that has appeared?
Article.
Oh, not in my paper. We'd never questioned Mr. Mercer's motives. It was in a rival sheet, the New York Herald. You haven't read it?
We only just arrived from Baltimore.
We expected to find Mr. Mercer here.
He's probably gone out to kill the editor of the Herald.
What did the article say?
Well, perhaps you'd better read it for yourself. Personally, I don't think there's a word of truth in it. But it would make a girl pause and consider. Right there on the front page.
Of all the scurrilous attacks, guilty of entrapping hundreds of innocent young women, luring them west for the purpose of... Move your thumb at me so I can see.
Here comes Mercer now.
Hello. Miss Stevens, Miss Ordway.
Mr. Mercer, how many cancellations have you had? Todd, of the New York Times.
I'm not giving out any interviews.
This is perfectly outrageous. You should sue for libel, Mr. Mercer.
Unfortunately, the damage has already been done.
Then girls are dropping out. Uh-oh. Here go two more.
Ladies, that article is a lie, from beginning to end. This expedition has the endorsement of educators, ministers, and statesmen. Ladies, please.
Telegrams for Mr. Mercer.
Here.
More cancellations, I'll bet.
All ashore.
Goodbye, America.
For goodness sake, where do you think Washington Territory is?
The other side of the world.
Well, how are you feeling now, Mr. Mercer?
The way Moses must have felt when the Exodus finally...
Todd, of the Times.
What are you doing here?
Came along to cover the story.
Who gave you permission?
Well, there seemed to be plenty of room on board. And I'm only too glad to pay for my passage. $100 a head, I understand.
Now that you young ladies have your sea legs, limbs, I should like to arrange a daily schedule for the voyage. Each morning, I recommend a brisk constitutional around the deck. Afternoons may be profitably occupied with needlework and writing in your diaries. In the evenings, I shall give a series of lectures on the Northwest. Today is the 24th of January. We should reach Seattle by the end of April. Dale Valenti.
What does that mean, Mr. Mercer?
It means, God willing.
Ask me, he thinks he's the Almighty.
Mr. Todd, that's sacrilege.
Oh, please. I want to talk to you.
There are 95 other girls on board.
But you're the only one I care about. Why do you think I came along on this female exodus?
To write the story for your paper.
Because I saw you.
Mr. Todd.
You're not going to throw yourself away on some backwoodsman in the wilderness?
You better not let Mr. Mercer hear you talk like that.
Mercer, the first port this ship puts in, you and I are going ashore and get married.
You mean alone? Oh, Toddy, you wicked man.
Good evening, Mr. Mercer.
Good evening, Miss Stevens. You're up rather late, aren't you?
I wanted to be on deck when we crossed the equator. I thought as a geography teacher it would be an experience.
You won't see very much, except the moon.
Isn't it thrilling?
The moon?
The equator.
It's just an imaginary line encircling the Earth.
Are you talking about the terrestrial equator or the magnetic equator?
Does it matter?
They're not the same thing at all, Mr. Mercer. To be sure, they rarely coincide. But the magnetic equator is that line, imaginary as you say, along which the Earth's magnetic force is zero.
Magnetism. Zero.
That's correct.
My guess is we're crossing it this minute.
Sailor suits are so cute.
You gonna pack your stuff and come ashore with me, or aren't you?
Now, Toddy, don't press me.
Press you? It's been 2 months since we left New York, and at every port you've made excuses.
Oh, but they've been such dreadful and civilized places.
Well, this isn't. We're anchored in the harbor of Valparaiso, Chile. If you don't marry me here, you won't get another chance until the Galapagos Islands.
Now, Toddy, it isn't that I don't love you. I think you're the most fascinating man I've met in ages.
I'm beginning to think you're nothing but a flirt, Lizzie Ordway.
Oh.
What's that?
Man on board! He nearly landed in my lap.
Allow me to introduce myself. Don Federico Victorino Bilbao of Valleplacio. I came as ambassador for the caballeros of our city. Word reached our ears of a shipload of American senoritas in the harbor. Young and beautiful. And reports were not exaggerated.
I could swoon.
With the permission of the captain and your dueña, we should like to welcome you ashore this evening as our guest at fiesta. Well, where is your dueña?
What's going on here?
You are their dueña, senor.
I'm in charge, yes.
My credentials, senor.
I don't read Spanish. What is it you want?
Company of your fair passengers, senor.
He's invited us to a siesta.
Fiesta. Tonight.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir. But I'm afraid I shall have to refuse.
Nobody is allowed ashore.
It would be a great disappointment to the young men of Valparaiso. They had anticipated teaching the senoritas from the north of Fandango.
These young ladies are my personal responsibility. The answer is an unequivocal no.
Oh, darn it.
That infernal music. I suspect they're keeping it up just to aggravate us.
Not the Spanish. They're much too polite. Don Federico Victorino Bilbao. Perfect gentleman.
You can understand my point of view, though.
Oh, you made it quite plain.
And you approve?
To be perfectly honest with you, Mr. Mercer, I don't.
Miss Stevens.
This has been a long, dull, tiresome voyage. The girls are starving for some fun.
I've tried to provide entertainment.
Playing proverbs, singing hymns. They need fun. Put yourself in their place, Mr. Mercer. Sailing to a new, strange land, not knowing what lies ahead. They're homesick, a little frightened. Most of all, they're bored.
I have a duty, Miss Stevens.
Oh, I know.
I guaranteed to deliver these girls to Seattle, and there I'm going to deliver them.
What difference would one evening ashore make?
With those handsome Chileans, why, it might change a girl's whole life.
Oh, don't be such a prude.
Prude?
You may be a fine educator, but as a man, you're cold and stiff and inhuman.
Miss Stevens. You're a fine one to talk. You know what I want to do whenever I'm near you?
No.
I want to shake you. You're the prettiest girl aboard. You've got everything to attract the man. And what does your conversation consist of? Terrestrial and magnetic equator. Syntax in Plato's Republic. I beg your pardon. I must have forgotten myself.
I think you did.
Good night, Miss Stevens. This marks the end of our passage aboard the Continental. Arrangements will be made for further transportation from here to Seattle as soon as possible. Check the bulletin board at the main stairway for further instructions. That's all for now.
Here's your last chance, Lizzie. I'm quitting the party here.
Toddy, I can't bear it.
Well, then come ashore and marry me.
Oh, I'm just torn. I feel I should go on to Seattle.
And see what they have to offer there?
Now, Toddy.
Well, you know where to reach me. Todd of the New York Times.
If you prefer to remain in San Francisco, Miss Stevens, you are at perfect liberty to do so.
Not go on to Seattle?
You still plan to teach?
Of course.
Well, I think it only fair to point out that the opportunities are far more lucrative and more numerous in San Francisco than in Washington Territory.
But I'm being dismissed.
Well, so long, Mr. Mercer. Thanks for the boat ride. Hope to see you in New York on your next safari. Well, it's true, isn't it, that this is only the first of many that you contemplate?
Mr. Todd, when I deliver this shipload of young women to Seattle, God willing, I am through with women for the rest of my life. Well, Miss Stevens?
I think I'll continue to the end of the journey, if it's all the same to you.
It has taken me over a year to accomplish my mission. I have bankrupted myself in the process. But I have done what I promised I would do. I have brought you a shipload of young women. Virtuous, refined, splendid young women who will gladden your lives, make beautiful homes, and assist in the development of the great Northwest. This gathering tonight is to give you all a chance to get acquainted. Formal introductions are not necessary. So, without further ado, on with the dance.
So are you.
The first wedding took place within a week. By the end of 6 months, all the girls were married except one. And she remained a spinster all her life. The Mercer girls, without exception, proved to be a wonderful influence in the Northwest. Families in Washington and Oregon today take pride in being descended from them. What about Asa Mercer himself? Well, the records show that on July 15, 1866, Miss Annie Stevens of Baltimore became the Mercer girl for life.
Howdy. I'm the old ranger, and Death Valley's my stamping ground. Many's the tale of adventure I'm going to tell you about the Death Valley country. True stories, mind you. I can vouch for that.
Every town has its town bum. And this is the story of the man who enjoyed that dubious distinction in the California mining town I'm going to call Amargosia. It's the true story of Solomon in all his glory.
I was just trying to make you more comfortable, Mr. Solomon. Your head was clean off the post. I wish you'd come on over to my house and sleep on the hammock. You'd be real comfortable there.
You're a good Samaritan, Sandy, my friend. Don't worry about me. Go, sell your papers while the news is still news.
Papers ain't out yet.
Then go enjoy the pleasures of use while you can.
I wish that Solomon Ross would go somewhere else to sleep off his liquor. I've got a good mind to throw a bucket of water on him and chase him away.
Oh, he isn't hurting anything, poor fellow.
Well, he's certainly no decoration. And no credit to the profession either. One of the best newspaper men I ever saw when he first came out here. Now look at him.
The evils of overindulgence. Say, that would make a good subject for your feature article.
I'll take care of the feature article. You just rustle up enough news to fill the rest of the paper.
I'm on my way now, Chief, to meet the stage. Maybe there'll be some interesting arrivals for a change.
Could I help you, miss?
Thank you. I'm looking for Mr. Solomon Ross. My brother. I came out from the east to visit him. A surprise. Don't tell me he's moved away.
Oh, he's still here.
But he's out of town right now.
Yeah, on business, but he'll be back before dark.
Oh, if you could direct me to a hotel.
My pleasure.
They said Solomon was out of town.
Yeah. Something tells me news is in the making.
It is indeed a pleasure to welcome the sister of our Mr. Ross.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I hope you'll drop in at the Bonton Haberdashery while you're here. I'm the owner.
And the Silver Dollar Restaurant. I'm the owner.
Thank you.
This way, please.
Well, Where do we go from here? You boys certainly have talked yourselves into a fine spot.
But we couldn't tell her the truth, Margie. That her brother's a bum.
Boy, oh boy, she's certainly the best-looking girl that ever set foot in Amargosia.
And she'll shake the dust of Amargosia from those feet when she lays eyes on our Mr. Ross.
Then she mustn't. Until we've gone to work on him.
Huh?
Many friends of Mr. Solomon Ross are happy to welcome his sister, Miss Ann Ross of Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. Well, this is ridiculous, preposterous, trying to pass him off as a pillar of society.
All right, then don't print it. You're the only person in town who won't play the game. Henry, you really are a stinker.
All right. I'll print it. With some slight editorial additions.
All right, Miss Sleeping Beauty. Come on. Time to sober up.
Oh, let go of me, let go.
All right, now up a daisy now, up a daisy. Come on now, put it around there.
Somebody buying things
That's all right. You're all right.
What's the idea?
We're sobering you up for your sister.
My sister?
Your sister Ann.
Ann?
She's here in Amargosia.
Here? What?
Give him the works, Leo. It's on me.
I appreciate all the trouble and expense you fellas are going to, but I can't figure out why you should bother.
With a girl as pretty as your sister? It's a pleasure.
So that's it.
Come on, she's waiting for you down at the hotel.
Look, I'm as nervous as a bridegroom. How about a short one? Just enough to steady me?
Oh, nary a drop as long as your sister's around.
Come on.
I guess it's been at least 6 years since I've seen Saul. And he hasn't been very good at letter writing. But I suppose he's been too busy.
Yes, he's been very busy.
Here's your papers, Mr. Harvey. Hot off the press.
Thanks, Andy.
Paper, miss? Something about you in it on the front page.
Oh, I can see where you're going to be a newspaper man when you grow up.
No, ma'am. Mine ain't into there. I got a big mineral collection.
Oh.
Oh, allow me.
Thank you.
Thanks. I'll see ya.
It isn't very often that I make the front page. The many friends of Mr. Solomon Ross, our local Horace Greeley, and prominent man about town, are happy to welcome his sister, Miss Ann Ross of Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, who arrived today to pay him a surprise visit. Oh, Saul! Shades of Beau Brummel. It's so wonderful to see you again.
Well, I'm sorry I was out of town when you arrived.
Well, you're thin and worn. You've been working too hard in the paper.
Paper?
The Amargosia Record. You don't need to pretend. It's right here on the front page. Our local Horace Greeley. Horace Greeley was a newspaper editor, wasn't he?
Oh, yes. He was one of the greatest.
Just as you'll be someday.
How long do you plan to stay out here, Ann?
Everybody's been so lovely to me. Maybe for quite some time.
Oh.
It serves you right, Henry, for embellishing that notice in the paper. You said he was the local Horace Greeley, not me.
All right. You want to pose as editor? Be the editor. Get the next issue out on your own. I'll have no part in it. Fall flat on your face and then explain that to your precious sister.
I'm going to tear down the old hotel and put up a new one, brick and stone. It'll be the finest building in this part of the country. You're not listening.
Oh, I was thinking about poor Solomon.
What about him?
Grubbing away in the office, getting out the paper. Well, I'm having such a lovely time.
Are you?
There's somebody coming.
Hi, Mr. Harvey. Hello, man.
Hello.
How's prospecting, Sandy?
Just fine. I got some swell new samples of copper and silver. Well, I'll see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
He shouldn't be alone in these hills. It'll be dark pretty soon.
Well, there are no Indians around here. And no bad men. I promise you.
It has been a long time since Sal Ross has done any newspaper work, or any kind of work for that matter. And to find himself behind a desk again, faced with the necessity of getting out a paper, even a small one like the Amargosa Record, is proving tougher than he had figured. For hours, he's been struggling to write an editorial, but the thoughts just won't come. And the only thing he can think of has nothing to do with the job at hand. At last, he can stand it no longer.
But I've been on the wagon for over 24 hours now, Patty. I'm going crazy. I'm sorry, but I gotta get that paper out tonight, and I can't unless... One drink, Patty. Just one little drink.
Not a chance.
But it's nobody's business but my own.
'Tis everybody's business. The leading citizens of this town have all got a stake in you, Sal Ross, and I'm not going to see them lose on their investment. Now, go on back to that office and get to work. And don't go running around to any of the other bars, neither. I've given them all orders not to serve you. But... No!
Hello.
So they sent you over here to ride herd on me, huh?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I just came in to type up my social column.
At this hour? It's almost midnight.
Well, that's the newspaper life for you. How are things going?
Slow. I'm a little rusty.
It was slower than slow and far from being sure. But Sal just couldn't tell Margie he was licked.
Take a breather. I can use one, too. What's the matter? Ink on my face?
No, I was just thinking. As long as I've been around this town, this is the first time I've ever really seen you.
Well, let's hope it won't be the last time. Well, back to work.
And back to work Sal went, with Margie's words, "Let's hope it won't be the last time," spurring him on.
Well, guess that does it.
Just finished my check. Here's your social column.
You've been all your time just writing this?
I'm kind of slow, too.
Now's the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Now's the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country. Now's the time for all good men to come to the aid of their country.
Now, what's the idea of reading a girl's private correspondence?
Thanks, Margie. Thanks a lot.
By golly, Sal did all right.
All right. You did darn good.
Yeah. Hey, Henry, did you see the issue Saul put out?
Not yet. Pretty bad, huh?
You should be that bad. This is big city stuff.
Yeah, you ought to read it yourself and learn something.
But you'll have to admit, Henry, it was a good issue.
You don't have to rub it in. That's all I've been hearing all around town.
Well, in next week's issue, I thought
You're not getting out any more issues. You're through.
Through?
No, Henry.
Yes, King Solomon is abdicating.
Not yet. Let me stay on and...
Right now, this minute.
But my sister's coming to the office
Your sister's not going to find you here.
Henry, have a heart.
Are you going to get out of here, or have I got to throw you out?
Leave him alone.
You stay out of this.
That's the way to push her out.
No.
Now
get out of here.
Saul. Saul, where are you going?
What do you think?
Saul! Have you looked everywhere?
Now, don't worry, Ann. He'll turn up.
But he's been gone almost 36 hours.
He could have been called out of town unexpectedly.
His things are still in his room.
Maybe he's writing somewhere and he doesn't want to be disturbed.
Sure. You know how writers are.
That wouldn't be like Saul. No, something's wrong. And if you won't go to the sheriff, I will.
What, Miss Ron?
Solomon! Oh, I knew something had happened. You're hurt. You've had an accident. Saul, you're intoxicated.
No, I'm not. I'm drunk. Roaring, stinking drunk.
How could you?
Because I'm Saul Ross, the town bum.
Don't say that. That's not true.
Yes, it is. Ask them. They're the ones that picked me out of the gutter. Old Charlie here. He dressed me. Dutch here, he fed me. And Stu, he got me my room. What did you do? Oh, yes, he gave me my haircut. Big joke while it lasted. Almost fooled myself.
So, it was all a trick. A game everybody was playing, except me. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Of all the contemptible. I'll never forgive you as long as I live. And you either, Saul. Oh.
Two news items for you. Miss Ann Ross, who's been visiting Armagosia, leaves for home today on the noon stage.
And the other?
Miss Margie McMahon resigns her post on the Armagosia Record.
Margie.
I don't like working for a heel, Henry.
Look, just because I...
Because you knocked the props right out from under a fellow who was trying to make a comeback. And he would have.
Did you hear about young Sandy Peters?
Why, no.
A mine shaft caved in on him.
Oh, no.
Yep, the old Eagle Nest mine. A couple of prospectors just happened to see him as he went in. I'm rounding up volunteers and equipment to try and rescue him.
Saul, wake up. Saul, please. Saul, Sandy's been hurt.
Oh, Sandy's been hurt.
Yes, Saul. He needs help.
Oh. Who?
Sandy.
Sandy needs help.
Yes, Saul.
Help. Sandy needs help?
Is he still alive?
I don't know, but he won't last long without air.
How far down is he?
30 to 40 feet in the gallery off the main shaft.
Well, what are you digging here for? Why don't you clean the shaft out?
It's all choked up, and the shoring is so rotten we're liable to cave the whole thing in if we fool with it.
What are you going to do?
I think there's enough of an opening I can get through. I'm going down for a look.
No, Saul, you heard what that man said. The whole thing is liable to cave in.
If it does, nobody will miss me but a few bartenders.
And me.
If I get out of this, I'll ask you to repeat that.
Hey, Nate! Help me with this rope. Sandy! Sandy, it's Saul! Can you hear me? Margie, take this story. Gallery block cellar with fallen debris. Fate of boy still unknown. I'm attempting to get air to him. Marty, lower down that air hose. And a short-handled shovel.
Coming down.
All right, I got them. Start pumping.
What's going on? Did they find him yet? When did it happen? How far down is he? Who are they pumping air to?
Here are the facts so far. Saul's down there giving me the story.
Sal, down there?
Yes, Saul. Well, you've always wanted to get out an extra. You'll never have a better reason.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll get out hourly bulletins, too.
And Henry, make sure Saul gets the credit. Well, I thought you left on the noon stage.
I heard Saul was down there. Is there anything I can do?
Yes. Pray.
Night found the rescue work continuing at a feverish pace, with eager volunteers ready to step in and carry on as the man became exhausted. And through it all, Margie stayed at her post by the old mine shaft, keeping contact with Saul in the tunnel below.
Thanks.
Anything new?
Nothing yet.
Margie, can you hear me?
Yes, Saul, go ahead.
I tunneled through about 6 feet, but there's no change in what's ahead. I still haven't got any answer from Sandy.
Got any more?
This is the latest.
Thanks. Talk about excitement. The Associated Press picked up the story. Papers all over the country are printing it. The telegraph wires are humming. This'll really put Amargosa on the map. And the record, too. Nice reporting job.
By the time daylight came, there wasn't much hope of finding Sandy alive, but the rescue work went on without slackening.
Margie! Margie!
Yes, Saul?
I just broke through dirt. I struck a pile of caved-in timber. Sandy! Sandy, it's Saul. Can you hear me? Sandy! Sandy! Sandy, it's Saul. Can you hear me? Margie, he's alive!
Thank God.
He's behind some timber where I can't see or get to him, but he answered me.
Sandy's alive! He's alive! Sandy's alive!
Sandy, are you hurt?
I can hardly breathe.
I'm shoving the air hose through. Everything will be all right.
all tuckered out. He'll be all right.
Little food and rest, Sandy. You'll be out prospecting again.
From now on, I'm sticking to that newspaper business.
Good boy.
And Sal, thanks.
Hold it. This picture will appear on the front page of every paper in the country. And Sal, by the number of inquiries that have come in about you, it wouldn't surprise me if you landed behind the editor's desk of one of them. Good luck.
Oh, Saul.
By golly, that calls for drinks for everybody. On
Solomon in all his glory.
And that's the story of the town bum who became a hero. But more than that, became a man again. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger with an exciting new story of real life in the Old West. You've all heard that power corrupts. Just after the war between the states, a powerful new weapon, the Henry repeating rifle, began to make its appearance among the U.S. forces on the frontier, guiding the pioneers across the country in covered wagons such as this. At first, the Henry repeating rifle was in short supply and could be given to only one man in 100. Our story is about how this new power almost destroyed one of these men, who was one in 100.
Supply wagons in, boys! Come and get it!
Hey!
Well, here it is, boys. The new Henry repeater. Only one man in 100 gets them.
Real pretty. Let's see it.
Yes, sirree, boys. It's the last word. You load her on Monday and she fires till Thursday.
All right, soldier, let's have it.
I'll take it, Quartermaster.
Yes, sir.
Who gets the gun, Lieutenant? You?
Commandant's orders are, till they can supply everyone with them, it'll be assigned to the man who can handle it best.
Guess that lets you out, sonny boy. Except the best man.
We'll see.
That's an amazing performance. All right, man, that finishes it.
I only fired 14 shots, sir. I have one left.
Well, go ahead. Well, I guess there's no doubt who gets the rifle. They can't beat a score like that.
You must have cheated somehow. But you did it. You're 1 in 100.
I'm Sam Dorrance. Got a wagon about 20 miles northeast of here, heading for California. A couple of women and a little girl aboard. We could use some military escort.
Only one wagon?
Oh, we branched off from a big train. Been going it alone since Cimarron Crossing. But the Indians in this stretch of country don't look none too friendly to us.
We have a peace treaty with them. How long it'll last, nobody knows.
Well, if you could give us an escort, the women would feel a whole lot safer.
We're very short man right now, Mr. Brooks, Billings, give Mr. Dorrance a military escort as far as Fort Union. I think you can probably pick up another escort at Union.
Thank you, Colonel, but just the two of them?
Your wagon, sir, will be one of the first in the West to be protected by the new Henry rifle. A rifle that makes that man practically a whole troop.
Here they are. It's all they could spare at the fort.
Troopers Billings and Brooks.
My name's Gaines. This is my wife, Hannah.
Ma'am? Oh, and this is my daughter, Mrs. Mary Merwin.
And my daughter, Della.
How do you do? Of course, they only look like 2 soldiers. But this fella's really 15, on account of a special fancy gun he's got. Right, soldier?
We'll manage.
Don't let it throw you. You've still got only one head.
He's got the firepower of 15 men. With his patent pop gun, sure. I'd like to see him split into 3 scouting parties of 5 men each.
So do I.
It's been a long, hot day, honey. Why don't you get a little sleep?
I can't sleep.
I know. Lucas and me, we couldn't sleep for thinking of our boy. Even 2 years after we'd lost him.
Maybe it'll be easier in California.
Being there with your husband's folks ought to help. A little like having him with you again.
I hope I'm not intruding.
I was just going, Mr. Brooks. Good night, Mary. Night, Mr. Brooks.
Good night, Mrs. Gaines. That coyote seems to bother you somewhat.
It's just that it's such a lonesome sound.
I wouldn't worry much about it.
You keep stroking that gun like it was something alive, like something you loved.
Well, it gives a man a strong feeling. It's good. Now that coyote's more afraid of you than you are of him. He won't come near us as long as that fire's going.
What was it?
What happened?
What'd you see?
Coyote.
A coyote? You actually mean to say you went after a coyote? Nothing but a coyote, honey.
All that shooting in the raw for a moony dog?
Mr. Brooks was just showing me we got nothing to be afraid of.
I didn't mean to scare everybody. Anyhow, you all know now the new gun really works.
Could you prove that during the day?
No coyotes.
Yeah. Come on, Hannah.
Better go to bed, Mary.
Good night, Mr. Billings. Mr. Brooks.
You don't hear any coyotes now, do you?
For Pete's sake, Larry.
Get back to sleep.
Look, this thing ain't no toy. Don't get carried away by it.
I'm in charge here.
Yes, sir.
Nothing to worry about, folks. Young Pima Brave's out hunting us all. Larry! No! No! You wobble-headed idiot. They weren't making any trouble.
They were Indians, weren't they?
They were Indians keeping the peace. You broke it. The fat's in the fire now.
Well, this'll put it out.
Leave it to you to start another.
Watch it, Billings.
You watch it. You're the one who's causing all the trouble.
Shut up. I told you before, I'm in charge here.
You were that gun.
Hot soup.
Thanks. Mary? There's no danger.
I was just thinking about that young man you shot.
I thought they were attacking the wagon. Suppose they'd been hostile. Suppose they'd hurt you. Adela.
Suppose you'd given him the benefit of the doubt just a few seconds more. But no, the gun wouldn't wait. Coyotes aren't big enough game.
Mary.
Well, you're the man with the gun, and that's what guns are for, to kill. I'm a widow whose husband was killed in battle. And I can't be as calm about it as you, Mr. Brooks.
Convince them? Della, get some water. It's pretty bad.
Well, can't we go back? He's got to have a doctor.
It's just as far back as it is ahead, and just as rough. We gotta keep going.
Mr. Larry! Mama!
Looks like those Indians didn't leave us very much, doesn't it?
Now, we got sarsaparilla, cider, and lukewarm water.
Lukewarm water, please. Thank you.
Yeah, just kind of nurse it along, honey. Sip it. It'll last longer that way.
How bad is it, Mr. Gaines?
Well, if it don't get any worse, well... Now, Brooks out there went scouting for fresh water a little while ago. Didn't find nothing. For Billings?
His fever's running high. I'll go out again at our next stop.
More.
So hot. Let's go home. Please. Please, Mama. I'm so thirsty. I wish it rained.
Mary?
Yes, Pa.
Are you all right?
Yes, Pa, I'm all right.
That's my girl. You shouldn't do that. You have to keep up your strength, too. Please. Give it to Billings.
That won't do no good. They're all loose. All wheels liable to cave in any minute now.
You mean we're stuck?
I mean just that. Got to have water for them wheels. Any kind of water. We can't move out of this spot. We're done for. Well, Sam and I'll have a look around. You stand watch.
I'll go along with you.
I said you stay here with the women.
I wish you'd say something.
Talking makes you drier.
I know the others hate me for what I did. But don't you feel that way, Mary, please.
I'm past feeling anything but thirst.
You can have my ration.
Go away. Go away, please. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
What happened to the other horse?
He killed himself with water, poor devil.
What?
Oh, we found water, all right. A whole spring of it. Alkali water. Poison.
Headed right for the water, started drinking before we could stop him. It was horrible.
All I could do, not to fall on my belly and soak up whole gallons of the rotten stuff.
Did I hear you say water?
Alkali.
Water?
It is water, and there's plenty of it.
Less than a mile from here, due west.
Water, darling. They found water. I heard him say so. Mama's gonna get you some, so her baby won't be thirsty anymore. Even one drop.
Don't you dare. Yeah, that's better. This way we'll be able to make the water hole and soak all the wheels.
How far is it?
You see that dark patch of mesquite?
Right for that water.
She must be out of her mind.
Mary!
No use. You couldn't reach her in time.
Isn't there any way to stop her?
Yes. This gun of yours. It's the only thing on earth that can do it now. You got to keep her from reaching that poison water. Just wing her. Just enough to stop her.
I can't.
You got no choice, son. You're the one that can do the shooting. And you got the rifle.
I might kill her.
You better not.
It's up to you, son, nobody else. You've got to do it.
I'll bring her in.
She's alive, thank God. Get us some water.
There's not a drop left.
We come to ask why you attack our brothers in the East. Pimas are not at war with the white man. Why do you break this treaty? Why do you shoot?
I'm the one who did it. Me, no one else. I did wrong. Punish me, but don't punish these people. They had nothing to do with it. Do you understand? It's my fault these folks are dying of thirst. Take us to where there's water, and you can do whatever you like with me.
Vengeance only call for more vengeance. We come in peace. You are a very brave man. We take you to water.
Here it is, one of the original Henry rifles that went on to become the famous Winchester rifle. Now, properly used, it has served this country well. And to this day, the Winchester rimfire ammunition has the letter H on it, in tribute to this great Henry rifle and the man who invented it. And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. The war with Mexico in 1846 added 500,000 square miles of new territory to the United States. It made a national hero of the American General Zachary Taylor and carried him to the White House in the election of 1848. The gold rush was in full swing when he took the oath of office as our 12th president, known affectionately the country over as Rough and Ready.
Actually, the story isn't about me at all. It's about my namesake. In the spring of 1849, just at the time of my inauguration, a wagon train of young men left Wisconsin for the gold fields of California. Their leader was Captain A.A. Townsend, who had served under me in one of my Indian campaigns. As a compliment to me, they called themselves the Rough and Ready Company.
About time they got here.
Yeah, it certainly is about time.
Ain't he going to be surprised?
Yeah, they look plumb tuckered out, too. Hi, Captain.
Hi, Cap.
Oh, it's good to see you.
How's the trip?
You look fine.
Got any venison for us?
Ain't even shot a squirrel.
Been too busy digging for gold.
Gold? Sure. Show 'em, Slim. I was trailing a grizzly up a ravine yonder. Stopped to get a drink from the creek. And found this nugget staring me smack in the face.
The whole ravine's a bed of gold.
We took out a good $400 worth while we were waiting for you.
We've reached the promised land.
Looks like it, Dominee. This is it. We'll camp here.
We'll camp here! Unhitch! Gold! This is it! I need you, boy!
The main thing is to keep this to ourselves. And don't let anybody else horn in on it.
Right! That's it. Now, wait a minute. You're not going to keep this secret very long.
Then we'll have to work fast. Locate everything in sight regardless of value.
Take out the whole ravine. Post notices to claim jumpers.
Run them off with a gun. It's our discovery.
Wait a minute. There'll be a rush here. The minute they hear that there's gold, Say, what are we going to call the camp anyway? Wisconsin Flat. God's Acre.
There's only one fitting name to give it. Already painted on the side of our wagons. The name of that great soldier who helped win California for United States. Now Commander-in-Chief of us all. Zach Taylor, Old Rough and Ready. All in favor? Aye! Opposed? Good. Come on, we'll christen her. I christen this camp Rough and Ready.
Boys, we really got it made, haven't we? All I do is hold that bag open and Brenda here pours in the gold.
Laying thick, right at the grass roots.
Look at that. Just while I was eating lunch today in my claim.
Look at that. You're picking that up in
Still can't nothing equal that nugget I picked out of Squirrel Creek last September.
Is that it? The original nugget?
That's right, stranger.
Worth $1,200.
You dare leave it out on display like that?
You ain't been in Rough and Ready very long.
No, I just came.
We got laws here about stealing.
Got 'em all writ. On paper.
Anybody steals another man's gold is hanged.
Unless he makes... Hey, what is that word?
Restitution.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, you're pretty smart.
What happens to him then?
He gets 50 lashes on his bare back and 24 hours to get out of camp.
We don't stand for no nonsense here in Rough and Ready.
I take it I have the honor of addressing the founders.
That's right.
The original Rough and Ready Company.
Which one's Captain Townsend?
He ain't here. Went back to Wisconsin to sign up men who will come out here and work under contract.
You really have got this place staked out, haven't you?
We ain't exactly stupid, mister.
You, want to work for wages, we'll be glad to hire you.
No, thanks. I'll locate something for myself.
Yeah? If you're lucky.
Well, Yankees generally are. Silas Begg from Massachusetts.
Brundage, Wisconsin.
Joe Swigert, ditto.
To Rough and Ready! And for California!
And to America!
And to America! To America!
Hey, the lady.
Please don't let me break up your game.
Game's over, miss.
May I help you, ma'am?
I'm looking for the hotel proprietor.
That's me. What can I do for you? Oh, vamoose, fellas. See you later. Now, you like to register?
I'm looking for a place to open a barber shop.
A barber shop? You want to open a barber shop?
Well, I know it's unusual for a woman.
It's unheard of.
Well, there's no law against it, is there?
Oh, good gracious, no. This here's a free country, part of the United States. If trimming men's beards is your idea of the pursuit of happiness, you've got it right.
Well, I thought I'd do better in a camp like this than in San Francisco, where we'd planned to settle. My husband was a barber, you see.
Oh, you're a widow?
Yes, he died coming overland. There was nothing for me to do but carry on, and, well, here I am.
Well, you're You're a mighty plucky little woman, Mrs.
Jessie Babcock.
Mrs. Babcock. You're going to do very good here in Rough and Ready. I've got a room right here on the ground floor. You can use as a shop.
That'll do very nicely, thank you.
We sure beat out all those other guys. Located everything for miles around here. Why, I got claims I ain't even touched yet.
Don't you have to do assessment work?
Come the time, I'll hire someone by the day. Might even unload some of my claims, the poorer ones. Got me a nice cabin. All I need now is a woman.
The news must be very absorbing.
Oh, federal government's proposing a tax on miners. That'll raise a howl from here to Washington.
Well, the citizens of Rough and Ready can certainly afford it, the gold they're taking out.
Present company accepted.
Aren't your claims panning out?
I don't own any.
No ground at all?
Not a square foot. But I'm still looking.
And here are men like Joe Swigert. Oh, sorry. Swigert boasting they've got claims they haven't even touched.
They got here first.
It just doesn't seem right they should locate everything, good, bad, and indifferent. And some of it is indifferent.
Bound to be.
Joe says those are the claims he'll unload.
Naturally. You don't like Joe very much, do you?
It's just that, well, he's too fresh.
Well, aren't they all?
Present company accepted.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Get away with something like that. Come all the way out here.
It's an outrage.
Outrage, it's an insult. Here we name the camp after the president, and what's he do? Slaps a tax on us.
That's why we left Wisconsin. Was to get away from that sort of thing. Well, our Yankee friend.
You, looking for a job?
No, I'm still looking for a claim.
You want to buy a claim? I'll sell you one.
Where is it?
Got any money?
Would I be interested in buying if I didn't?
I'll take you out there and show it to you. It's a bargain.
All right, let's go. How about letting me work it on trial?
On trial? You mean for wages?
Not exactly. Let's go back to camp where we can talk over a drink. I'll work the ground for a day. If I take out $200 worth of gold, I'll buy the claim. If I take out less, the deal's off, and I just keep what I've done.
You'll take out 200 easy.
Then you get your price. Cash on the barrelhead. That's a good sporting offer, isn't it? You got nothing to lose.
I'll want it in writing. Black and white.
Nobody's gonna put anything over on you.
Business is business.
All right. We'll draw up a contract. And we'll both sign it. Agreement. If the party of the second part, that's me, recovers more than $200 in gold during the day, he promises to buy the claim.
I get the proceeds of the first day's work.
Agreed.
If the party of the second part takes out less than 200, he keeps it and is not obligated to buy. Signed in Rough and Ready, California, March the 4th, 1850. There's my name on it.
You go to work tomorrow?
At sunup.
I'll have a friend posted there to watch the claim.
You think of everything, don't you, Joe?
Sit in a comfortable chair with a beautiful girl hovering over me and getting richer by the hour. By sundown, I'll have $3,000 more to my name. Besides the gold that Yankee's digging out of my claim, at least $200 worth. Not bad for a day's work. Huh, sweetheart? Hey, Yank. What are you doing here? It's only noon.
Just weighing what I've dug so far.
Oh? Well, $180.
You struck a rich pocket.
Well, at this rate, you'll take out $400 or $500 before sundown. It's a cinch.
No, I've got all I want.
What do you mean? You ain't quitting now?
Why not?
You agreed to work a full day.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. It's in that contract. I can show it to
The
you.
contract reads whatever I take out in a day. Doesn't say how long a day. Could be 1 hour, 2 hours, a morning.
Why, you shyster. Give me that gold.
Belongs to me, brother. Less than $200. You read the scales yourself. That's about the easiest money I ever made.
And I suppose you won't buy the claim.
Don't make me laugh.
You can't get away with this. We have ways of dealing with fellas like you.
Men have been hung for less.
I abided strictly by the terms of the contract. And you can't touch me.
You don't know Rough and Ready. He's a slicker and a crook.
A double-dealing son of a gun.
Yeah. Let him be, and he'll swindle the rest of you. Wind up by owning the camp.
Wait a minute. Where's that contract, Joe? Let's see what it says.
Never mind the contract. What he done was worse than stealing. And you know the penalty for that?
Sure
Give it to him.
Oh, I'm sorry, Reverend. My hand's a bit shaky tonight.
What's wrong?
I'm worried about Silas Begg. You heard how he outsmarted Joe Swigert?
Yes.
It's not funny, Reverend. Joe's out to get him. Well, he's lined up all your Wisconsin men and a lot of others. They're over in the saloon now getting drunker by the minute.
Where's Cy?
In his own tent, I suppose.
I'll go warn him. He'd best get out of town while the going's good.
Tie him to a tree and give him 50 lashes.
Yeah, 50 lashes. 50 more. Let's go.
But there's no time to lose, Cy. I haven't broken any law.
They want to get rid of you.
I've as much right here as they have.
That isn't the point.
It is the point. I'm an American citizen. I'm going to stand on my rights. And lose your neck, perhaps.
Why must you be so pig-headed?
In New England, they call it strong-minded.
Whatever it is, forget it. Clear out. I'll give you my buckboard. Hitch up and drive to Timbuktu.
or back to Grass Valley, or...
It's too late. Here they come.
You stay in here out of sight.
Step aside, Dominic. This is our party.
You have no legal ground.
He swindled me.
Then sue him. Take him to court.
But we know he's guilty.
He has the right to be heard. That's the right of every American citizen.
Don't preach to us, Dominic. This ain't Sunday.
The Yankees got to go.
Then find a legal way to get rid of him. But not this. Go back and talk it over.
So he can skip camp, huh?
I'm not budging.
You're dang right you're not.
I'll take custody of him until you make up your minds. Guarantee to deliver him when you're ready.
Well, I guess we can trust Dominic. Let's go.
You were a fool, Joe, to ever sign that contract.
Never mind about the contract. How are we going to get rid of that Yankee?
That's a law saying anyone from Massachusetts is not allowed in Rough and Ready.
Sure. We can't do that. You know well as I do, California's open to everybody.
Can't we do nothing on our own?
Not if it goes counter to the laws of the territory.
All right, then we'll get out. We'll withdraw from California. We'll set up our own free, independent state. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The state of Rough and Ready.
Rough and Ready, that's it.
That's what they call it. Wait, we'd have to get approval from Congress.
We can't wait from Congress.
Congress is the only one who creates new states in the Union.
Rough and Ready will have nothing to do with the Union. We'll secede.
Huh? Secede? From the United States?
Sure.
Well, that's sort of revolutionary, isn't it?
Oh, if you mean shooting and bloodshed, no, we'll do it peaceful as you please. We'll just announce that Rough and Ready has become an independent republic with its own constitution and its own president. Yeah, that's a good idea. Say, Brundage, you'd make a right fine president.
Yeah,
it sure would, wouldn't it?
Well, if I was elected, I'd appoint you Secretary of State, Mr. Roberts.
Well, thank you.
We'll pass a law eliminating all undesirable citizens.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
And we'll eliminate all taxes.
And that's when all this came to the desk of the President of the United States. I received word here at the White House that Rough and Ready had formally seceded from the Union, that they had elected Mr. Brundage as president, and drawn up this manifesto.
When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for a people to unite in a common cause for the protection and benefit of all,
has a kind of a familiar ring, hasn't it? Let's hear the rest of it.
When they are at the mercy of soulless and mercenary speculators, reduced to seeing their property taken over by the sharp practices of those who are not of them, unable to deal with them in a manner befitting so great and able a people as those of Rough and Ready. Therefore, we deem it necessary and prudential to withdraw from the territory of California and from the United States of America, to form, peacefully if we can, forcibly if we must, the great republic of Rough and Ready.
Adopted the 7th day of April in the year of our Lord, 1850. Well, there it was. An independent republic, ironically named for Zachary Taylor, the President of the United States, comprising a few square miles and a few hundred citizens. The first break in the solidarity of the Union. A mere pinprick when compared to the welter of problems which came to me from our new Western territory. But what if every settlement with a chip on their shoulder did likewise? Where would the United States of America be? I had no wish to send troops to fight our own people, so I gave them a little time to come to their senses. Meanwhile,
as President of this great republic of Rough and Ready, it is my official duty to inform you that you've been declared an undesirable alien and are hereby ordered to be deported before sundown. A military escort will see you across the border. In uniform, I hope.
Army and our Navy haven't been organized as yet, but every citizen is pledged to fight to the last drop of his blood if necessary.
It won't be. I'll start packing. You've got 5 minutes.
Well, at least you're getting out with a whole skin.
And $180 in gold the Secretary of Treasury overlooked.
All I know is she paid her rent up to noon today.
You mean she's leaving?
You bet I am. I'm an American. I don't like the idea of living in a foreign country.
Rough and Ready ain't foreign.
You're no longer part of the United States.
We're still Americans.
Oh, no, you're not. You're expatriates.
We still speak English.
I wouldn't feel comfortable for 1 minute here, under a strange flag.
We're drawing up a constitution.
Thanks. I'll stick to the one our forefathers drew up. There's no country in the world that's been able to improve on it.
You going my way?
Across the border, into the United States of America.
I'd be delighted, Miss Jessie.
My forbearance proved to be a wise course. As the 4th of July drew near and all the neighboring camps prepared to celebrate in a big way, Rough and Ready could hold out no longer. The Republic folded. My namesake came back into the fold and once again rang up the Stars and Stripes.
And that's the true story of the secession of Rough and Ready from the Union, and how it came back voluntarily to seek the benefits of belonging to our great republic.
And now, Death Valley Days. Howdy, folks. I'm the Old Ranger, and I have another interesting true story for you about the historic Death Valley country. I'm sure you've heard of Lady Godiva, who, according to legend, rode naked through the streets of Coventry. The hero of our story tonight is a man, a young newspaper reporter by the name of Sam Swift, and the streets are those of a western city in the early 1900s. But you'll soon see why Sam became known as Mr. Godiva.
Sam.
Marjorie, darling.
No, Sam, you shouldn't. You haven't received Father's permission yet.
Sweetheart, all I need is your permission.
No, Sam, it's not proper.
All right, I'll see your father. State my intentions.
Marjorie! In here, Father. Here's your chance. There's no time like the present.
I brought... Oh, hello, Swift.
Good afternoon, sir.
You gentlemen know each other? Mr. Norman Cates of the Sierra National Bank. Sam Swift.
Of the Daily Bulletin.
How do you do?
Oh, Norman, did you drive Father home in your new Pierce Arrow?
Why, yes, I did.
I'd love to see it. Will you show it to me?
I'd be delighted.
Excuse us. Oh, Father, Sam has something to ask you. Come on, Norman.
I guess you know what I'm going to say, Mr. Delafield.
I do.
I hope I have your permission, sir.
You don't.
I don't.
Until I'm clear on a few points. What are your prospects, Swift?
Of persuading her? Good.
Of supporting her?
Oh, well, I'll do my best, sir.
Let's see. The newspaper reporter, you make $25 a week, isn't it?
30, sir.
That table you're sitting on costs 20 times as much. Furnishings in this room alone represent many thousands of dollars, and there are 19 other rooms in the house.
Well, surely, sir. You don't expect a young son-in-law to provide a setup like this.
No, but I'd want the assurance that he could someday. Well, a fellow like Norman Cates has prospects. He's heading for the presidency of his bank.
Well, if it's money you want, I'll make it, plenty of it.
That isn't as easy as it sounds.
I don't agree, sir. Money's one of the easiest things in the world to come by. You started with nothing. You were a hard rock miner in Virginia City. I know your whole story. It's on file in the morgue over at the Bulletin.
And apparently you're not impressed.
On the contrary. Just bears out my belief that in this country of ours, all a man needs is a little imagination, some enterprise, and he can become rich, practically overnight.
It has taken me my entire life to accumulate a fortune. You have no idea,
Mr. Delafield, I'll bet you that I can start out tomorrow with absolutely nothing. Not a penny to my name, not a stitch on my back.
Naked?
Naked. And in 3 days...
You'd be arrested in 3 minutes for indecent exposure.
Let me finish. In 3 days, I can earn enough by my own honest efforts to wear an Antonio suit like yours. Eat in the finest restaurant in town. Drive a Winton automobile and $1,000 in the bank.
Say that again. $1,000 in the bank. A Winton automobile.
Custom clothes by Antonio. Meals in the finest restaurant in town.
In the space of 3 days, young fella, you've got yourself a bet.
And if I succeed?
You can marry all the daughters I've got.
I'll settle for Marjorie. Thank you, Mr. Delafield. I knew you were a gambler. You'd never gotten as far as you did if you weren't.
When are you going to start Horatio Alger?
Tomorrow morning. 9 o'clock. Palace Hotel, room 202.
I'll have a committee on hand to see that you abide by the rules.
You're privileged, sir.
One other stipulation.
Yes?
Marjorie is to know nothing of this wager.
Agreed. Good day, sir.
Sam, you're off your trolley.
Maybe.
But what do you want to do it for?
Ah, my business. Your business is news, and I'm giving you a story.
If you've got the nerve to go through with it.
Then I can have the next 3 days off then, Chief? Thanks.
You mean you're really going to appear in public like a newly hatched egg?
You be at the front door of the Palace Hotel tomorrow morning at 9:30 with your camera, and you'll see.
Come in.
Mr. Swift? Ah, Mr. Delafield's committee. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Allow me to introduce Judge Downey.
How to do, sir?
Dr. Wright here.
Dr. Ryder.
How do you know?
My name is Bascom. I'm the manager of this hotel.
How do you do? Well, gentlemen, I think you're 5 minutes early, or else my watch is slow. Oh, Mr. Bascom.
Yeah?
Would you be kind enough to do me the favor of keeping this in the hotel safe?
Yes.
And my wallet? There's $3 there. Now, you gentlemen all know the conditions of the agreement.
We do.
Well, I may as well get started. This won't take long. How's the weather outside?
Thermometer read 52 this morning.
Any people on the street?
Not too many.
There will be. Well, gentlemen,
I'm ready for the inspection, and you will have your admission fee ready.
Admission?
Certainly. You don't think you're going to see me for nothing, do you? Cost each of you 4 bets.
50 cents.
Mr. Delafield never mentioned this.
No.
An oversight on his part.
We can't inspect him without looking.
And we can't look without paying.
So, I guess we may as well pay.
All right. There you are, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, gentlemen. How about it, Doc?
Naked as the day you were born.
Judge?
Verdict, naked.
Mr. Bascom?
September Morn himself.
Thank you, gentlemen. I'll be with you in a second. Well, I'm on my way.
Hey, you're not naked.
Well, I was. You testified to that.
That's right. He did start out naked.
You are stealing one of our towels.
I am renting this towel from the hotel, sir, for 25 cents. Money which I honestly earned. Another stipulation of my agreement with Mr. Delafield. Well, pardon me. Good day, gentlemen. Oh, good morning.
Sam! Hold it!
That should be a beaut. Now, would you care to make a statement for the press? Yeah, a note for the fashion editor. Skin is being worn with goose pimples this season. Yes. Anything else? Yeah. You may quote me as saying that now I know how Lady Godiva felt when she took her famous ride. See you, Ernie. Good morning.
Well, my friend, looks like you came into the right place.
Yeah, just in time, too.
Somebody steal your clothes?
No, I gave them away.
Oh, now you want a nice new outfit, huh?
That's right. What have you got for $1.25?
$1.25? That's a joke. Why, that wouldn't even buy you a necktie.
That's all I've got to spend.
Well, then, my friend, you came to the wrong place. This is high-class tailor shop.
Well, if you have no suit within my price range, I'll have to make my own.
You get out of here before I lose my temper.
Just a minute, Mr.
Tu sei pazzo, figlio mio. You get out.
Antonio, you believe in advertising.
You get out or I'll call the police.
How would you like to have 5,000 people outside your store today? Have your name, a picture of your shop on the front page of every newspaper in the city? Everybody talking about Antonio Suits. $1 million worth of publicity for free.
For free?
Uh-huh.
How do I get it?
Well, loan me some scissors. Sell me 6 yards of brown wrapping paper, some needles and thread, and a few buttons for $1.25, and you'll see.
$1 million worth to advertise?
That's right.
For free?
Uh-huh.
I'll do it.
Sam Swift, as he emerged from the Palace Hotel this morning to brave the asphalt streets, chilly weather, city cops, and the hazards of traffic.
How perfectly disgusting. The man must be demented. No one in his right mind would do a thing like that, would they, Marcus?
Well, it's a bit unusual.
He must have amnesia or something.
You know these newspaper men. Anything for publicity.
But why? What could he possibly gain by it?
Why do men sit on flagpoles or jump out of balloons?
Well, I never could understand.
Where is he now?
At the hour of going to press, Mr. Swift was sitting in the window of Antonio's tailor shop, cutting out paper dolls.
How's this for a suit made out of paper? What do you think, huh?
I still think you are crazy, but I love you like my own brother. Look at the crowd out there. I never had such publicity in all my life. Never. Just for that, Mr. Swift, I'm going to make you a suit myself. The best suit in the house. Real good.
Well, I still haven't got a cent to my name, Mr. Antonio.
That's for free, no charge.
That's what I've been waiting to hear. I'll be in for it tomorrow.
I'll be ready for you.
Good. Oh, take care of my towel for me, will you?
Sure. What are you going to do now?
Sally forth and find some way to make $1,000.
Be careful, the crowd don't start to grabbing souvenirs for your paper suit.
Souvenirs! Oh! Thank you, brother. For giving me an idea.
Front page, Ernie? Did you? Take a look at this. What, you want me to autograph this paper as a souvenir of the occasion? Why, certainly, sir. Happy to do it. There you are, sir. I don't want your order. $1? Oh, no, sir. Happy to do it for only a quarter. And hand it over. Oh, one at a time, folks. Don't push. Have your quarters ready. Here, Ernie, you be cashier. Put the quarter in the hat. That's right. Thank you.
Sam, you really cleaned up.
Mr. Swift, the lay grande. You're a financial genius.
Oh, now, Sam, you're not going to carry all this money around with you, are you?
No, I'm going to put it in the bank. I know exactly the right one, the Sierra National. I take it to Mr. Norman Cates, assistant manager in charge of new accounts.
He made me the laughingstock of the entire bank, standing there barefooted with that ridiculous paper suit. I shall never live it down.
$767.50 in the space of a couple of hours.
Just goes to prove what fools people can be, to pay whatever he asked.
25 cents.
How do you know?
Well, I just happened to be in the neighborhood and I got caught in the crowd.
Don't tell me you bought his autograph, Eliza.
Well, I don't think it's funny. I don't think any of it's funny.
The boy's a financial wizard.
He's a cheap exhibitionist. If you pardon me, sir.
I agree with Mr. Cates. To think that he's been in this house, in this very room,
Why, yes.
calling upon Marjorie.
Well, whoever put him up to this ought to be ashamed of himself.
His editor, most likely, to boost sales.
Father, call the bulletin up and tell them just what you think of them.
That it's yellow journalism.
You bought a paper yourself, my dear.
Well, where is Sam now? Does anybody know?
Hi, Chief.
What's the latest?
He's in the park. Cooking himself some supper. Says he's going to spend the night there, on a bench.
After making all that money selling autographs?
Says he's got to save that for something else.
Has he given you any idea as to why he's doing all this?
Oh, he closes up like a clam whenever I ask him.
Well, he's still front page copy. Did you get any more pictures?
Nope. He's put his foot down.
What?
Says from now on, anybody who photographs him has to pay $100 a shot.
Well, pay him. I said pay him. Man alive, it's worth $500. Get that camera and get back there.
Okay. All right.
Here you are.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Thank you. Every little bit helps. Need any more pictures? Look me up. Yes, I'll call it a day.
Mrs. Swift. I am Pierre de Chinon, a friend of Monsieur Antonio.
Oh, yes. How do you do?
I own Maxime's restaurant on Front Street. You know the place?
Sure, everybody does. The finest restaurant in town. Those that can afford it.
Monsieur Swift, I would be most happy if you would be the guest of Maxime's.
Well, thank you, but I've already had my supper. Beans and bacon.
Tomorrow, then. And the next day. And the day after that. Monsieur Swift, you shall have carte blanche at Maxime's any time you wish.
I won't have to eat in the window.
No, Monsieur Swift. I shall give you the best table, and I shall tell everybody Maxime's is where Sam Swift, the nature man, eats. They will fight for reservations. They will want their menus autographed.
No more autographs.
You will come then without autograph?
Oh, I'd be delighted.
Thank you, Mr. Swift. And now I go to tell my chef to create a new dish named for you.
Bye. Make it spare ribs, a la Godiva.
Now, Sam, what is all this about? Come on, break down. What's the reason behind all this?
Well, I told you. I'm trying to prove that America is the land of opportunity.
All right, but what's your reason?
Ernie, do you ever sleep under newspapers? Quite an art to it. Let me show you. Observe. Sports section, I wrap around my feet. Want ads? Around my knees. Society section, around my hips. Cooking hints, over the stomach. Advice to the lovelorn, over the heart. And so, my dear friends, I bid you one and all a fond good night.
Sam!
Marjorie!
I'm not where you were. I asked a policeman.
What, do you think it's proper to visit a man in his bedroom?
Sam, this joke has gone far enough. Nobody has a right to exploit you like this.
I'm not being exploited.
You're coming back with me right now.
Back where?
Why, to our house, where you can have a good hot bath and some dinner. Father will...
So your father sent you?
Well, no,
You tell your father for me I'm not calling my dogs off, understand? I've come this far on this thing, I'm seeing it through.
Sam, dear.
And don't you try to tempt me.
Sam, listen to me, please. Norman's waiting right over there with his automobile. He'll drive you.
Norman, now I know it's a plot to put me out of the running. I'm not budging.
You are an exhibitionist of the most vulgar sort. You just want to make the headlines, bask in the limelight. Well, I think it's disgusting. Brave to death out here. Get yourself arrested. I don't care. I hope I never see or hear of you again. You eccentric.
Marjorie!
Norman, I said that I couldn't give you an answer, but my mind's made up. I will marry you.
Oh, Marjorie. Now, I'd like to look at some hats.
Oh, we have a complete selection. All kinds. Derbies, fedoras.
I don't like those. Let's try the skimmer and see how it looks.
No, Mr. Swift. This way.
Aha.
Huh?
Hey, Sam, there's a fella outside with an automobile for you.
An automobile?
Ernie, what do you think of this hat?
It's a Winton.
I know.
You bought a Wyndham?
Oh, no, I can't afford an expensive car like that.
Someday you will.
Let's hope. Meanwhile, the company, at my suggestion, is giving me the use of one of their new models in return for my endorsement.
Mr. Swift, you're killing me. Yesterday you ducked in here just ahead of the police wearing a towel. And today you drive away in Wyndham and wearing an Antonio suit.
Tony, all it takes is a little imagination and some enterprise.
And plenty of nerve.
That helps too.
Oh, Marjorie, this is wonderful. I'll give a big tea to announce it, and I think a June wedding would be lovely.
Father, you haven't said a word yet.
Oh, well, this is all so sudden, it's kind of taken my breath away.
Oh, if you knew what a comfort this was, Norman. I may call you Norman, mayn't I?
Why, certainly, Mother.
To know that our little girl is going to be in such good hands.
It's Sam.
I won't see him. I'll tell the butler to refuse him. We're not at home.
No, I've got to see him.
Then you can see him alone.
Yes, I do not care to have any further words with him. Come, dear.
Now, look, you can't leave me to face him all by myself.
Why?
Well, it wouldn't be good manners for you all to walk out.
I hardly think Mr. Swift will be concerned with manners.
But you don't understand.
Hello, everybody. Well, I made it, Mr. Delafield, and faster than I thought I would, too. 30 hours instead of 3 days.
You have clothes on.
A genuine Antonio. And $1,000 in the bank, and a Winton at the curb.
A Winton?
Yes. I prefer it to the Pierce Herald. The manager at Maxime's is reserving a table for 2 for me this evening. Will you give me the pleasure of your company, Miss Delafield?
Sam,
My fiancée and I are dining together this evening.
Fiancée?
It's true.
And we're all very happy about it.
I'm sorry, Sam. I had no idea she'd get engaged to anyone else so soon.
Father, what are you talking about?
Sam and I made a bet.
And you lost?
Yes, I lost. I lost a son-in-law who's one of the greatest go-getters this country has ever seen. A man I could take into my company, trained to succeed me.
Marcus, will you please stop raving and explain?
Sam bet me that he could start with nothing, but nothing, and end up in 3 days like this.
And the stakes?
Permission to court you.
Marcus, how could you? So that was the reason. Sam, why didn't you tell me?
It's part of the bargain. Well, my congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
I hope you'll be very happy.
Sam, wait!
Let him go, Marjorie.
Let him go. Why would you have done what he did? Go through what he has just to win me? You know you wouldn't. You wouldn't even appear on the street without a necktie. Sam!
There he is now. He's cranking up the automobile.
Maybe she won't catch up to him.
Come on, Margie. Hurry up or you'll get away.
Sam, I wanted to explain.
Nothing to say, Margie.
But you don't understand.
I'd rather not hear it.
They're arguing. Oh, now she's climbing in beside him.
Good.
She's throwing her arms around him.
In public.
That's my girl.
They're kissing.
Good going, Mr. Godiva.
There, Mother.
Don't mother me.
And the moral of this story is, if you want a thing badly enough in a country like ours, there's generally some way of getting it honestly.
আমারে সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না কি কইতেছেন আপনি কি কইতেছেন
গায়ে হাত দিছেন কেন
গায়ে দিও এ বড় গায়ে দিলে কি করবে একদম গায়ে
করতেছেন
তুই তুই গায়ে দিলে
তুই আমি আজকে শেষ কর তুই টাকা দে আমার টাকা দে
ওরে আজকে বই
না কোন রাস্তার মধ্যে আইছেন ভাই এই এই আপনি কারে করছেন হ্যাঁ
আরে ভাই আপনারে কই নাই আমার কল দিছিলাম এই কল রিসিভ করতেছ না ওরে কইছি
আমারে কোন মানে এই আপনি নামেন তো নামেন আমি যাব না আমি যাব না আপনি কি কইতেছেন হ্যাঁ
আপনি যাবেন না কেন
না আমি যাব না আপনি আপনি নামেন আমার টাকা দেন আমি যাইগা
দেমু না টাকা আমারে না নিয়ে গেলে আমি ভাড়া দেমু না
আরে আপনি কখন থেকে এই অলি করতেছেন আপনার আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না একদমই সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে আপনি টাকা দেন আমি জায়গা
আমার সুবিধার লোক মনে হইতেছে না কি কইতেছেন আপনি কি কইতেছেন
গায়ে হাত দিছেন কেন
গায়ে দিও এ বড় গায়ে দিলে কি করবে একদম গায়ে
করতেছেন
তুই গায়ে দিলে
তুই আমি আজকে শেষ কর তুই টাকা দে আমার টাকা দে
ওরে আজকে বই
মোটরসাইকেল করে নিয়ে যেতেছেন ভাই এটা আমার মালিকের মোটরসাইকেল ভাই ভাই মোটরসাইকেল নিয়ে যান না
গাড়ি থামলো কেন
স্যার একটা অ্যাক্সিডেন্ট হয়েছে
ভাই ভাই আমার একটু বাঁচান
স্যার
ভাই
পেটে তো ছুরি
মনে হচ্ছে চিন্তাই কে
হসপিটালে নিয়ে যান ভাই
স্যার হসপিটালে নিয়ে যাব
আরে পাগল হইছো এত রাতে থানা পুলিশের ঝামেলা কে যাবে চালাও গাড়ি
স্যার যে অবস্থা মনে হয় না বাবু
ভাই যান না ভাই ও ভাই আমার একটু হসপিটাল
khủng ấy, sao với 35 mà vẫn còn tận 48 máu. Sự anh hay sự kinh khủng đeo ấy. Có mấy vàng cho 5 vàng cũng đuổi. Rồi xong. Cái gì cơ? Cái gì cơ? Ở nhà thế lắp cái này cho thằng Red bình. Bình sao ra rồi thêm 100 nữa. Cụ thể là 66m nữa thì anh sẽ được một binh chi linh về tay. Ok thầy ơi, một binh chi linh về tay. Anh bay như một ác quỷ. Từ từ anh phải can xem thằng này mem gì ở đây. What's up bro, Robocon. Cút. Mày cút. Mày đi. Đéo thắng mà. Ha. Chơi búa. Thắng này, tưởng đéo thắng. Em xanh PP à. Cút. Rồi thắng chích 3 và kiếm cho mình được 1 vàng lợi tức. Và đến dạp xoáy anh sửa một ác quỷ phai anh đã quay được 260 lap rồi, giờ anh mới chạm đất lần đầu tiên. Không, lần thứ hai. Đầu tiên thì đã đép phải chỉnh. Thôi đánh xoáy cái đánh như tía thầy Nhật Độ sao? Thầy sẽ chỉnh cái thằng này một chút đâu. Vào mày. Xoay lộn cho thầy. 2 lần thầy vua chỉnh. Không công nữa vậy. Nhanh vậy. 3 lần. 4 lần. Một lần đầu tiên là 5. 6 lần. 6 lần. 7 lần. 7 lần à? 7 lần 70%. 70%, 136 củ. Củ khoai. Sao có 2 đồ này? Mút hết đồ tao. Ê, sao đem máu hoài vậy cụ bake bro? What the hell? Cút lên, một thằng ở đây. Một đai máu hoài vậy? Tỷ cái đai máu đấy. Ít nhất là 4 cái đai máu rồi. Thầy phải reverse nha. Reverse lên 6.8 mà và sẽ kiểu 800. Uầy, mỗi lần reverse xong nó tăng 100 triệu giá. Càng. Mỗi lần reverse xong tăng 100 triệu giá thua ấy. Đừng có 5 giây chưa vậy. Rồi, giờ mới đồng 5 giây. Sấy. À, sấy đéo chết được một chết. Ai da. Kinh khủng vậy. Thôi không chơi đâu. Hay quá rồi mà. Ok. Cút lên. Thôi mượn tiền này một tí. Ui, ra xét rồi. Rồi xong. Easy game. Easy game.
Easy game.
Easy game. Easy game. Easy game. Tiện dồn ra xét là chết 7 hả? Trồn đầu chết 7 luôn chứ. Rồi anh sẽ cộng được là 86 triệu cho bản thân của mình. Anh đã bị trừ hay sao? 100 triệu à, thiếu tận hơn 60 triệu nữa. Thực sự có đi bớt nổi không? 7 đánh mạnh rồi, bình. Mày đi 7 đánh mạnh rồi. Và có cả huy hiệu thần rừng nhưng anh không chơi đâu. Anh không chơi đâu. Kha. Mày. Cái gì đây? Bình. Ra 4 tiền gì đây không? Rồi, xong thế thôi. Đơn giản. Xong mấy ngày sai thread nữa xong. Rồi sai thread nữa xong. Thế thôi, đơn giản thôi, cuộc sống chỉ còn thế thôi là đủ. Đầy và đủ. Một cái top 1 mới à. Wow. Xếp tiền đến 8 ấy, 70 tiền à. Mình xếp 100 tiền trước. 160 tiền này. Mèo ở đâu? Bên 8 là 4 mấy à? 48 à? 48, 128 tiền. Từ giờ đến giao chim. Giao chim ra 1 tỷ đồ của anh vừa nốt đồ của anh, nốt đét, nốt cho mỗi 2 đồ giao xoáy chôn. Rồi perfect 1 này. Mày để anh lái. Uầy, cái thằng này nhìn đẹp đấy. Pharaoh Cast có khác. Có Pharaoh Cast binh. Được. Không lái rồi. Anh phải phóng cho con mất. Anh nhầm Bùi Tía nó xóa. Tí thầy nhót này mày. Bình tĩnh tự tin và tự tin. Bình. Rồi bài cái nổ mồm luôn mà, sự là khỏe đấy. Nhưng mà thầy xoay bài ấy, bình chưa xoay. Có Saza, có Rakan. Đúng vậy. Át này, binh. Xong. Ra át luôn mà. Sao có xin ra ấy, nhưng mà anh đéo dùng rồi. Ui, xét này. Xét đây là vài cảnh đệ đẹp đéo chịu được. Không sao, đây ơi. Bay cho tài. Quay đều. Quay. Ui, con lắc rồi sao? Cút. Mày đi. Xong rồi có át rồi. Thằng này đánh bài va vẫn. Sao ra còn bài đẹp phết. Định mạnh cái xét này. Ui, bình điết. Xét là mình sẽ thiếu là một cái cung mà một con Kizuna hoặc là một con Nautilus để lấy cái thú tượng để cho in nào. Bắn cung không? Bắn cung lấy đồ cho art thì thầy. Ui, rồi xong nhặt nhầm đồ. Ha ha. What the hell man? Nhặt nhầm đồ. Thế mà cũng đòi lái xe. Đùa tao à? Đùa tao không vậy. Thế mà cũng một cộng một ending trồn ngủ không? Trồn thấy không? Cinderella này cút, có một cút, đâu hiểu. Nhặt ngu đấy. Ngu đấy. Rớt ở đây. Rồi xong. Sao có thằng này đây nhỉ? Thì vậy có ai mà để có cái thằng này đây nhỉ? Đúng rồi. À, 14 rồi mà, cút. Nè. Xong. Chịu rồi, nhặt nhầm đồ lỏ tắc mình muốn máu nhỉ. Rồi xem đi. Thầy ơi, không ai nhận được cái gì. Tôi nhận không? Ở đây. Vòng quay may mắn, vòng quay vô cực. Anh 2 vòng à? Quay đều ra cái pet đỏ ấy đi, ra cái pet đỏ đó. Đi ra qua. Đi quay được vào pet Omega. Chịu rồi, tí vào lừa tao. Đi qua mà trồn lại đi qua. Trồn tố bố. Đi trồn tao, đi xin à? Đi xin chuẩn không vậy? Rồi xong, bình. Xong, thắng. Không thắng. Suýt thắng. Quả phe bắn được phết nhưng mà suýt thắng rồi. Thầy bay tốc độ cao ấy. Bay tốc độ cao luôn. Sợ cái gì? Cút. Bắn này phải. Có cái ấy này, có cái đấm cho xét bình. Đây cho phải gỡ đồ của thằng này ra. Gỡ đồ thằng này và cho xét thực sự binh không? Nó cầm cái này vẫn được, nhưng mà gỡ đồ nó ra cho xét à? Được trai nhở? Ui, trai điếc. Giảm hưu nhở? Có hưu này, giảm hưu này. Mày hưu bố gái. Giảm hưu luôn. Át à? Ê, trùng bài nha. Sao ngày tiên nhận át làm chí? Có đánh bài tớ không? Có đánh này át nó choáng, nó lắc có choáng, khó chịu đấy. Thôi át con lắc có choáng thì khó chịu đấy. Kéo thua. Bé em ngu à? Con lắc át là bạn yếu nhở? Át 1. Còn mình là tích lỗi tại lâu ấy chứ. Thua. Đi thắng, con nào ngu khỏe quá. Có một đồ on. Có một đồ on sự khó đấy. Át này. Đây chất 8 mà để nhét 4 đấy vào này. Chắc là cần cho con mỏi. Chất 9 thì con xin vào xong. Xin ra vào nữa. Định mệnh. Đúng rồi, định mệnh. Xin ra vào bình. Định mệnh vaccine. Rồi bay tốc độ cao, anh ác quỷ mà, anh hóa ác quỷ lobby World 2. Rồi chỉ gọi anh là bố. Anh là bố của lobby World 2. Ai à? Một đồ à? Ai à? Rồi một đồ ánh sáng. Cùng đao không? Cùng đao. Ui. 20% tốc đánh truy xuyên phá à? Này đâu? Đây không phải là ôi trời. Thôi xong rồi. Mong là có bắn được ra. Biết nháy mà mong là bắn được ra. Đấy. Cái thủ tượng. Mong có bắn được ra. Anh lỡ nhặt nhầm rồi. Không có 36 máu chứ. Đầu 3 tổng 9 à? Nếu biết sống không? Rồi, anh được 382. Để xem có lên lắp vườn hàng. Thừa thì bớt 2 lần mà. Và để kiếm tiền để bớt nha. Mà sao chúng nó cứ chơi ở đây? Kiếm tiền để bớt ở đây ạ. Ra chúng nó bày ở đây thì anh cũng bày ở đây rồi. Những quan đi bớt. Rồi, ra khỏi xe. Kinh rét ra, kinh rét thờ rét luôn. Chuẩn form vậy thầy ơi. Sojin này. Sojin của năng này. Chúng đồ cho Asia rồi. Có quan trọng gì ra đâu. Sắp đủ đồ. Bình chia linh. Đầu ra quan oan giỏi mà cho hiệu thần dừng thực sự là hợp lý đấy thầy. Ba là hợp lý. Luận đầu này để tài chính. Tắc kè phải thần dừng cũng vậy, tắc kè loài mắt. Lắc đi à? Lắc đi ra sau. À, đẹp đấy nhỉ, đẹp đấy. Là đẹp. Không sao đâu bạn ơi. Không sao. Ngồi đầu. Mình không biết. Phải nhanh phải đét, phải đét vào. May tí tỷ lap. Phải không vậy? Ta tính chưa? Thích chưa? Thích rồi. Thích rồi, chỉ rồi, phải bay trên đỉnh một lúc cũng xuống. Wow. Có phần nữa, theo hết 38. Ui. Eo cái thua mà. Thua được mà. Cái này thua được mà. Chôn không? Quà sinh nhật là trai quý nhỉ? Thua được mà, mình thua này mà. May sang này vậy. Ok, đấy, lại và để đã tự di chuyển, là thầy di chuyển, là thầy chỉnh hai bên này xong. Đinh không vậy? Đinh không vậy? Đinh không thầy ơi, Đinh không thầy ơi, Đinh không thầy ơi, Đinh không thầy ơi, Đinh. Ai á? Chôn tao. M là nó 50m. Nhanh lên tao. Từ từ rồi. Mắc thêm 7 đẹp. Chuẩn không nhỉ? Bay sự đét đấy. Đây là vậy gì hay à, mảnh rất nhiều mảnh nha, rất nhiều mảnh này. Cung luôn mà thôi, xin cái mảnh lấy đồ cho oan vậy. Thêm cái giáp máu nữa, kiếp cái mấy cái mảnh cũng hết sạch mà. Anh lấy mảnh còn lại.
আচ্ছা আপনি ওইদিন আপনার আম্মার সামনে আমার লগে এরকম ব্যবহার করছেন কেন?
আমার ইচ্ছে হয়েছে আমি করছি, আর আমার পিছে ঘুরে লাভ নেই।
কেন? আমি আপনার ভালোবাসি না, করবো না কেন?
বেহায়া মেয়ে রে বাবা, তোমার তো আমি ক্লিয়ার করে বলছি যে আমি তোমার বিয়ে করব না।
আরে আপনার আম্মাই তো আমার পছন্দ করতো, তো আপনি শাদি করবেন না কেন?
তাহলে তারই বিয়েটা করো।
জি আস্তাগফিরুল্লাহ, কি কইতাছেন? আমি আপনার আম্মারে কেন শাদি করব? আমি তো আপনার শাদি করব। আর আপনি যদি আমার শাদি না করছেন তাহলে কয়ে দিলাম ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম আমার হাতে লিখুন।
তোমার যা ইচ্ছা তুমি তাই করো, আমি একদমই ভয় পাই। আগের বার মাইনে নিছি খেলা ছিল দেখা, এটা খেলা না, এটা আমার জীবন। আমি জীবন নিয়ে ছেলে খেলা করতে পারবো না।
আমি হাঁচা হাঁচা করতেছি, আমি কিন্তু ব্লেড দিয়ে
হাতে পায়ে গলায় মুখে সব জায়গায় যেখানে ইচ্ছা সেখানে লেখো, ইংরেজি বাংলা ফার্সি যেটাতে পারো সেটাতেই লেখো, আমার কিচ্ছু যায় আসে না।
আপনার আমি শেষবারের মতো কইতেছি, আপনার আর বেশি সময় দিব না, শুধুমাত্র 12 ঘন্টা সময় দিলাম। এই 12 ঘন্টার মধ্যে আপনি আপনার মত বদলাইবেন, নাহলে কইলাম আমি হাঁচায় ব্লেড দিয়ে আপনার নাম লিখে ফেলাম, আমার কেউ আটকাইতে পারবো না।
আরামসে তুমি সিগারেট টানো, বুঝে নাই শান্তিতে, আর ওদিক দিয়ে কাম সারছে।
আরে শুনোস না, ওই মেয়ে তো ডেঞ্জারাস একটা ঘটনা ঘটায় ফেলছে। লেট দিয়ে হাত কাটছে, এখন কি গো মামা?
ওই মেয়েটা
বস কি মামা?
কোস হাত
কেন? ওই মেয়ের তোর কোনো কথা হয়েছিল?
কালকে রাত্রেবেলা বাসার সামনে এসে দাঁড়ায় ছিল, আমার 12 ঘন্টার আলটিমেটাম দিছে।
এই কিসের আলটিমেটাম দিছে রে? হ্যাঁ
আরে ওই বিয়াতে রাজি না হইলে কি জানি।
এই কথা তুই আগে কবি না।
আরে আমি কি বুঝছি নাকি?
আরে না বাবার কি আছে, বুঝোস না, মেয়েটা তো ডেঞ্জারাস। এখন যদি কিছু হয়ে যায় মামা, আমাকে তো পুলিশে ধরে নিয়ে যাবে।
আমি কি করছি?
ও আমি কি করছি কিছু জানো না? না ওই বেটা আইনার মারবে জানো, জীবনে তো থানায় তুই যাস্তে জানবি কেন? থানায় আমি গেছি জানি। ফোন যে কোনো হলে আত্মহত্যা প্ররোচনকারী যেই হোক না কেন, তার নাম যদি একবার থানায় গিয়ে কয় মামা, তাহলে তোর খবর আছে। এখন তুই কি করবি তুই চিন্তা করে দেখ।
কি করছে সব? এই লাইলি বাইচা আছে তো?
হ্যাঁ শুনলাম, ও তো বাইচা আছে।
কোন হসপিটাল আছে কো, আমি যাই একটু দেখা করে আসি।
হসপিটালে যাই দেখা করে, হসপিটাল থাকলে এতক্ষণ তুমি চৈত শিকার ভিত্তি থাকলা, বুঝো নাই? আর তুমি যাই হয়তো বাসায় আছে। এই তুই কি ওর বাসায় যাবি?
তুই যাবি মামা?
হায় রে খোদা, তুমি আইছো, আমি জানতাম তুমি আইবা। আমি লাইলে কইছি তুমি আসবা। চ্যাংরা হও আর রক্ত গরম হও, মানুষ তো, তোমার মনের ভিতরে সেই প্রেমটা আছে।
আচ্ছা আমি লাইলির সাথে একটু দেখা করবো।
লাইলির সাথে দেখা করবা?
কেমন আছে ও?
আছে ভালো, আসো আসো, তোমার আমি একটু দেখা করতে আসো।
এইসব কি?
প্লেট দিয়ে তোমার নাম লিখছি, বানান ঠিক আছে?
একদম ঠিক আছে। কিন্তু কি বলো বাইক না, ভালো হয়েছে না? আমি কিন্তু লাইলিতে কইছিলাম যে লাইলি একটা ছবি তুইলা ওরা পাঠাই দে। ওই কইছে যে না, কিছু জিনিস আছে এগুলো ছবি তুইলা পাঠালে সঠিকভাবে দেখা যায় না, সামনাসামনি দেখতে হয়। এর লেগে তো এতক্ষণ ধরে তোমার জন্য অপেক্ষা করতেছি।
এইসব পাগলামির কোনো মানে আছে?
আছে না, তোমার আমি শাদি করব, তুমি আমার শাদি করবা, করবা না?
এই তুমি কি আমার বলদ পাইছো? বলদ এই পাশে দাঁড়ানো লোকটার মতো।
নিলে তুমি আমার মামার নিয়ে কি করতেছো?
আমি বলবো তুমি শুনবা। মানে এই যদি তোমার হাত কাটার নমুনা হয়, হ্যাঁ আমি জানলে আমি জীবনেও আসতাম না। আর যদি হাত সত্যি সত্যি কাটতাও তাও আসতাম না, কোনো লাভই হতো না। আমি তোমারে বিয়ে করব না। তোমার মতো মেয়ের সাথে শুধুমাত্র মজা নেওয়া যায়, বাড়ির বউ করা যায় না। তোমার মধ্যে ওই রকম কোনো এলিমেন্টই নাই।
তুমি তো বেশি বেশি করতেছো না?
এই মাঝখান দিয়ে ঢুকে গেলেন? হ্যাঁ সাদে কি আপনার মানুষের হাবলু কয়? এর লেগে আপনার হাবলু কয়। কারণ ঢুকছেন যখন, তখন আমারে না বুঝায় আপনার এই ড্রামাবাজ ভাগ্যিরা বুঝান। আমি ওরে বিয়ে করবো না, আমি মরে গেলে ওরে বিয়ে করবো না। মানে নিজের তো কোনো মান সম্মান নাই, পরিবারের মান সম্মানটা যদি খোয়াইতে না চাও তাহলে এসব বন্ধ করো। সবার সামনে অপমান করবো না।
থাক ভাগ্নি, তুই কষ্ট পাইস না। হয় তোরা বুঝতে পারে নাই, আর যেদিন বুঝতে পারবো ওই কান্দা বুক চাপলাইবো, তখন বুঝবো যে কি জিনিস হারাইছি। তুই কান্দিস না ভাগ্নি, একদম কান্দিস না। তুই থাক, আমি আইতাছি, দেখতেছি।
À, con Muzan thực sự là một phế vật đấy, đánh tí xong Muzan cái đấy đúng phế mà. Treo máy rồi, cái treo máy cho nó tập mấy con cho thằng cuối cùng là xong. Đây cái đây là lần thứ 2. Em thấy là hồi trước anh chơi nhưng mà em không quay, mà anh nhớ cái nick anh chơi là gì rồi. Có thằng đép hẳn là Minh Dương, tụi Minh Dương số hết tiền thật, tiền đó. Mày mỗi tí à? Đi bớt rồi, không vừa anh bay hơn 20 vòng rồi, đi bớt rồi bay. Anh chưa cả ấn nổ, anh chưa cả tăng tốc của ta thế. Vượt mức rồi, vượt mức xong rebirth, phải rebirth, có điều kiện là rebirth nữa, xong phải vào mở khóa nó ở cái bay một lần để đây tái sinh, xong rồi bay lại chạm có xong nó mở khóa thì mày phải chuyển sang cái mới rồi. Sửa nhiều ấy, sửa quê xét kìa. Trời ơi, rồi lấy một cái giáp này. Chuẩn không? Anh bay sửa nhanh ấy nhưng mà không rút tốc được. Bao nhiêu tiền là anh 3 tiền mình chứ. Anh đã cú 200. Giờ anh stop là phải trứng này. Mà trứng nữa rồi. Bây giờ stop rồi, chúng này đâu nghe các móng chân rồi tiền đây, sau rồi xếp lại tiền sau ngon của anh đâu không à. Ôi trời ơi, ấy game của tao sao cũng không ấy, sao tao ấn nhầm nút D thì là nó luôn tao chưa kịp lấy cũng không nhớ dạo game nhầm D luôn mà. Anh đang vợ chồng anh phải 97 phải không? Mà vãi lìn game hay vãi gì không biết gì nha. Chưa xem lại rồi một trong Đừng có nhắn gì đây? Đừng có nhắn tao đéo gì. Yes, ngon. Được, đúng rồi, ngon đấy. Nhờ. Mời anh sang nha. Sao chỉ được nhập cái chơi này? Cái chơi nào? Ai mà mày đi? Ai mà mày đi? Đó, chuẩn bị cho ra trường năm 4 đi, học từ bây giờ xong rồi thi. Chứ giờ nó học mà xong rồi hết năm sau tốt nghiệp nó có thi được không vậy? Chôn mà. Giờ mày học IELTS để chuẩn bị tốt nghiệp thực sự có kịp không? Giờ chuẩn bị tốt nghiệp mới học IELTS thực sự kịp không? Bảo cái trước cái đéo học có nên lười lên lợn đi. Bảo trước học cái đéo học. Hỏi anh từ đầu năm 2 đéo học. Lúc ai biết nó tới lúc lợn đi. Không có đến lúc được gì lúc mình lúc bị lợn đi. Nhưng mà cũng phải rất lâu rồi ra mới thích, mà rất lâu hơn nữa thì ra con màu đen kia sự xịn hơn. Anh ra con mình thích mà vừa anh tưởng lag ấy thì anh ấn mãi thì ra con mình thích. Ôi hiểu lag bị đổ này. Chỉ cần này có một con thread nữa không? Đéo rồi đấy.
Này là cái này xong rồi, mình cầm một cái giáp máu nữa xong, hoặc là một cái giáp yêu bắt đèo quỷ này. Còn Tuấn nó có bay tiếng nó bảo nó ghép mặt mình vào mà. Nên là chỉ vậy sao đâu, mình chỉ vậy với sao mình chỉ vậy với sao dead của anh đâu? Tôi dead của anh đâu? Do xong trứng rồi. Đúng rồi, do xong trứng vẫn thế thôi. Về qua phút bay. 24 tuổi rồi, anh 14 tuổi rồi, tuổi nó đỏ sao bay nhanh thế? Nó phát nổ bay nhanh điên. Không có vấn gì mà. Bay phát hơn 2 lap của anh không có vấn. Đéo phải ăn gì luôn, đéo kịp. Với ông Cường mới át mà, thế em bỏ tung tiền. Mặt người đóng. Mà chắc muộn hơn. Thì bớt tái sinh nghe vẫn thế mà yếu hơn rồi không chưa để anh sao con đấy màu trắng nhỉ, cái để con vàng đây để thầy quay lại thầy ngược quay ở đây vẫn đập cho đồ ngu xong một chút kim cương ấy có đâu không gọi không gọi cái bài của anh sử binh chi linh bung quang ấy chỉ đấu mỗi con xét với ở con azit được đấy thôi xếp lên trên chia 9 ấy chia 9 là sử dụng bài quang uầy có sen gary à chắc có chỉ luôn đi qua 2 bạn tim thế chắc thế vừa hai anh em thằng mày thích Thơm sinh không, tao bảo nó tao bảo Thơm đấy xong cho nó khóc bịch, tao bảo Thơm đấy nó khóc, mày bảo thế nó khóc ấy. Không biết rồi nếu biết thôi tao ở nhà Vũ Tiên thêm Vũ gửi tao nếu anh xem mấy cái bài của chúng đang tao không biết. Không người sao con người tình cảm á, tôi người tình cảm à? Mày lấy đùa, mày lấy đùa nó tưởng thật đấy. Gọi chứ không? Hả? Ai ở đây thế? Hả? Không làm kiểu nó làm phần công ty của marketing nhưng mà nó chỉ được làm về bản giấy của chỗ về bản giấy tờ ấy để phụ thôi, xong rồi nó học theo thôi kiểu đấy, không phải kế toán làm bởi gì kế toán còn bố lịch 35 về du lịch 35 à? Du lịch 35 à chuẩn chuẩn rồi. Wow, cho thằng Cường ao rồi. Đi xem phố, đi xem sói già phố. Đúng rồi, anh đang bay quanh đường. Ôi nó xuống đây rồi. Vì nào yếu, là vì nào cả. Sao biết? Sao biết? Sao biết? Chuẩn rồi em. Vừa vào phát tôi xuống thì thôi gì. Đúng. Gờ luôn. Vừa vào phát tôi xuống thì gờ luôn. Đâu à. Đâu à. Đâu à. Vừa phát tôi xuống gờ luôn, đi ngay theo con đường bóng đá luôn bình. Đúng. Vẫn thua. Không, thủ giờ mới đánh. Yes, quay ra xuống mà, thực sự một chút biết quay không biết quay còn lên lại được không hả? Cái đấy này. Giờ nó còn lên lại được không vậy? Trong 5 năm nữa. Mấy cái thằng quỷ